Well, if you're in the market for a house or want to sell your home, we have a great free resource answering your questions on Realtor Line 9 right now. Volunteers from the Denver Metro Association of Realtors are answering calls until 5:30. The number is 303-698-0999. Now, one of those volunteers, Libby Levinson, a member of the Denver Metro Association of Realtors, is joining us. And for a long time, people in Denver have been trying to predict when the home prices will drop or will they stop rising and when the best time to buy is. So how long will they continue to rise? Is there an end date?
We don't know, and we don't like to predict. We can't predict. So we go on the information that we have at hand. But what we are looking at is interest rates are still at a historic low, even though they're starting to climb up ever so slightly. But companies are still moving their headquarters out here. We still see a really high net migration moving into the city. So signs are showing that we still have a pretty strong market moving forward.
Okay, so there's hope.
Yes.
When is the best time, if we can buy, when's the best time to buy?
I usually tell my clients that in the fall going into the winter, so November, December, the market's usually pretty quiet, but the inventory is also really low during that time frame. So the other really good period to look at is July. For whatever reason, our market really comes to a halt in July, whether it's finishing up family vacations before school starts, it's really hot, people don't want to be out home shopping, or whatever the reason might be. But keep in mind the inventory is going to be lower, so the options are fewer, but you're not competing against as many people.
And you just touched base on my next question.
Okay.
I mean, besides worrying about how much money everything's going to cost, we're also competing with so many people when it comes to a house we love. So what can we do to stand out?
There are quite a few things you can do. What I tell my clients is, one thing, it's not comfortable to waive an inspection completely, but maybe you tell the seller, I'm going to limit my inspection requests. So I'm just going to ask for health and safety requests, or I'm not going to ask you to do anything at all, but I'm still going to do an inspection. So that's one thing. The other thing is covering any sort of appraisal gap. Because the inventory is so low, people are bidding the prices up so significantly. Sometimes the appraisers aren't able to justify the price that it gets bid up to that buyers are willing to pay. So buyers are willing to pay whatever that gap might be, between the final price and what the appraiser is able to come up with. So that's a great move. And then also being nimble if they need a post-closing occupancy agreement, for example, after closing, to help them find their next home. So really being able to be nimble.
Right, a give and take kind of.
Very much so.
A lot of times I've heard when people are buying houses too, cash is king. They win all. So should you be offering cash?
If you can pay cash, great, but cash offers don't always win. And what I'm finding is lenders, portfolios are changing so much more that some lenders are able to close in as little as 2.5 to 3 weeks, which really is so comparable to cash. And sometimes those cash offers, they're more stringent on inspection requests and that sort of thing, and then they fall through. So look at all of the different things that the seller is looking for. Working with a great realtor who's going to reach out to the other agent who's listing the house and asking, what is the seller looking for? And then you can try and incorporate all of those into your offer. And
really, really quick, for people who are actually selling their house, when's the best time to get that out in the market?
It's never been a better time to sell. Interest rates are still at a historic low. Call your realtor. They can help you talk about all of the different price points within the neighborhood. But it's never been better.
Libby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to toss things back to Tom, and I learned today that I'll be renting for a while.
Sell, buy. All right, Libby, thanks. Kristen as well.